What up guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about the big fight that's happening tonight. You've got Canelo Alvarez facing Julio Cesar Chavez. Canelo Alvarez has a record of 148 with 34 KOs and he's lost one with one draw. Chavez Jr. has a record of 50 wins, lost 2 and 32 KOs with one draw. This fight itself is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be a great matchup. Two Mexicans coming to war and going to be a slugfest. But how I see this fight going personally myself, I see with this being I think the big issue is the catch weight limit that's been put on with the 164 pound limit that they put in there. Both of them hit the scales and made weight yesterday in last night's weigh-in, which was good to see. Chavez Jr. though looked more, like drawn and a bit more. He looked weight drained. He looked really thin as well compared to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez himself looked, he's looking like as he's maturing as a man himself. He's looking strong. He's got good shoulders. He's looking quite strong and stout. And I think the fight itself is going to play a big part in Canelo Alvarez taking this by decision itself, or possibly stopping Chavez Jr. But saying that though, Chavez Jr. himself has a good chin and he's very strong himself. I see him coming forward onto Canelo and Canelo boxing on the back foot in this fight, but Canelo using his angles and his movement and throwing them looping uppercuts that he throws, the hook uppercuts that he loves to throw, landing them at will on Chavez Jr. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be very entertaining as well. The undercard itself is going to be a great undercard. You've got David Lemieux, you've got Joseph Diaz Jr., you've got Lucas Matisse also making his comeback, coming on his comeback win. So it's going to be a great night of boxing itself. But I really hope, this one itself is going to set up the big one for Triple G and Canelo. And in that fight itself, I do rate Triple G, and I still rate him up to this day. But as he's getting older, and what seems to be happening is he likes to take a lot of shots in general. You saw in the Daniel Jacobs performance, I watched it on the night thinking, with the commentary thinking, yep, I've got this for Triple G, because I thought he did win it, but that was with the commentary, hearing the commentary itself, and made me believe that. But when I watched it the next day and I switched the volume off, I thought Daniel Jacobs did take that fight, and he won it by 3 rounds. I had it. I do think itself, I think the only reason why they let Triple G win this fight itself was because they want to set this big blockbuster fight with Canelo Alvarez. But I can see Canelo Alvarez being too much for Triple G, and I think Canelo Alvarez is going to take it. People might disagree and they might agree with me, but it's just my view. I think Canelo Alvarez now, as he's getting older and he seems to be getting better ever since he's lost to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, the best defensive fighter of this generation, of our era, in this era, showed his skills and his silky skills to beat Canelo Alvarez and do everything he wanted in that fight. Yeah, that was at a catch weight, but he still beat him. But Canelo Alvarez has come back stronger, I think. His performance against James Kirkland, absolutely amazing to see the way he knocked out James Kirkland. Even his performance against, the two Brits now, he beat Amir Khan, knocked out Amir Khan. Amir Khan made that one mistake and he chinned him with that right hand and knocked him out cold. The same thing with Liam Smith. He took the WBO junior middleweight title in that fight, and he stopped Liam Smith, who came to fight really, and he wanted to win himself, but he got knocked out. But I do like Canelo Alvarez, and I think he is the true golden boy of boxing. And and tonight's fight is going to be a great tear up. Both Mexicans going at it, coming to fight, and it's going to be a war. And you know what they say about the great Mexican fights itself, they have always been great trilogies in there. You had Marco Antonio Barrera fighting Eric Morales. Those two always went at it. You got Marquez as well, was it, involved in his own so-called rivalry with Mexicans in general. So it's going to be a great night. Always when there's entertaining fights with Mexicans, they're always good fight, and it's Cinco de Mayo weekend as well. So, but let me know what you guys think. How do you guys see the fight going itself? Are you picking Canelo Alvarez, or are you picking Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? Who are you picking? Remember to subscribe to the YouTube page, Triple B Boxing TV. Thank you.